I don't know if you either want to go backwards or if you want to like bring the camera towards you.
You want me to go backwards some?
Or no, like lift it. I'm trying to figure out because it's basically like your head is like it's like this. Like you got like all of your like luscious yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now you can see all of the hair, the flow.
Okay. Here, let me look this a little bit. I did it because it was fine with the phone, but.
Oh yeah, no, your phone was perfect.
All right. Let's do this.
Let's get it. Prepared.
Do you want to like hold up anything or something so you know when to start it?
No, you could just say, you could just like start like your little intro and then I got you. Like we gonna flow.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Ready.
All right, so welcome everyone into the Bulletproof Queendom. This is gonna be really, really exciting. It's gonna be fun because you get to see some of the queens that have gone through the Bulletproof View course and watch their transformation from their words. Because it's one thing for me to talk about it, it's another thing for you to hear it from them. So today we have the gorgeous, the hilarious Mikaela, Queen Mikaela, and you're gonna get to hear a little bit more about her journey, where she started, where she went to, what she's venturing into now, and you're gonna realize it's an ongoing evolution of self. It's not just a quick fix on getting right to who you are, but it's an evolution through highs and lows throughout life. So welcome, Mikaela.
Hi.
So we're gonna jump right on in, and basically I want you to fill us in on your journey, your story.
Okay.
Before.
Well, I mean, it's like, where do you start? My story for me, so how I met Mama Meg and how she even became Mama Meg is we met at Harry Izzy's, a little bit. And I was her server assistant. Like ended up being her server assistant every night. And I just thought she was amazing. I was like, oh, she's the bomb. Like she's always nice, she's always bubbly, and she's like built, she's real cute. I was like, this is crazy. Like, how do you meet somebody like this? And she had just told me about everything that she was doing and how she was starting her, basically like this was her bridge job, and she would always refer to it as her bridge job. And I was like, well, like what is a bridge job? Like, girl, what are you talking about? But it's bridging the gap to where you actually want to be. Yeah. And as soon as I figured out that she was on that mindset, I was like, this is somebody I gotta stay with. Like, I gotta stick with her. And so she tells me that she's starting this brand new course, and it's called Bulletproof Beauty. And I was like, okay, girl. Like, she's like, like, I actually want to sponsor you to take the course. Immediately, I'm like, I'm down, period, point blank. I'm here for it. Like, whatever we got to do. And as soon as we get started, I immediately felt loved and transformed and open and vulnerable. And it was like, how am I sharing all these personal feelings with this woman? I don't know her like that.
Because normally,
but as I went through the course, I feel as if you were just so inviting. You're so warm. Like, I was able to get stuff, especially with the other women. So when you're taking the courses, like it's a whole group. You're not in it by yourself. You in it with the whole group. And to find out that women of all different ages, shapes, sizes, colors are going through the same thing that I am, crazy. So I guess to start you off, what I was most insecure about, or my issue, my personal issues and things I had to overcome, my challenges, was one, just being insecure. Like 5'2", I weigh 110 pounds now. But at the time, I was 105, okay? So this 5-pound gain journey, okay, that's a big improvement for me. So I had started that way. And moving forward after that, it was my body was messed up. My hair, oh my gosh, I could not go to work with no makeup. I could not go to work with my hair not done. Y'all, I don't got no bundles in. I don't got no wig. Like, girl, this is the natural, okay? This is the natural. This is the new me. I would have never in a million years, like, been able to be where I'm at now if it weren't for Meg Church.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, when we met, like I said, at my bridge job, I never knew you truly struggled with some of that stuff. I just thought you would have really appreciated it. And I'm still learning new things that I didn't know that you struggled with before. And I think that's part of the journey. You peel back all these layers, and sometimes you don't even realize that maybe you've never told anyone about that, or the impact that the small thing that you thought was just this little itty bitty thing had an ginormous hold on you. And it prevented you from flying. It prevented you from going after what you wanted. It prevented you from the relationship. It prevented you from being kind to yourself. And instead, all you were used to was nitpicking and bullying yourself. We always view others as being our biggest bullies, but how often do we actually bully ourselves? And I feel like in many ways that's part of your journey, part of your struggle. You were someone that worked a ton in high school. You had perfect grades. You were everything in high school. You devoted your entire life into your work, into your grades, into performance. But you shed away from the relationships. You shed away from prom. You shed away from homecoming, right?
Yep.
All because of just like lack of self-worth, or
just lack of self-esteem. Like, I just didn't value myself. I felt that my outwards appearance was just gonna always define who I was. I got made fun of so much. I got bullied. I mean, I got picked on. I remember the one thing this one girl said. She said, like, you got so many dots on your face, like they look like you could like connect the dots. What? Instantly, like I lost it. I was like, oh, why would she say that? Now I'm like, girl, that was gold. That was funny. Like, you really thought in that moment, like, girl, you was funny, like class clown material. But baby, where are you at now? Okay, it's just it's so revealing. So, you know, like you said, I did have a lot of jobs. So my biggest struggles it was acne. For me, I had really, really, really bad acne from 4th grade until now. Like, I still got acne, girl, but you can't tell, okay, because we got better at makeup. But I had acne. It was so bad. It was really, really bad. And I tried everything. I went to dermatologists. I tried all these different prescriptions. I was on all types of medications for it, and nothing was helping. And then that's when I found makeup, but I was using makeup in that time period of my life to cover it up. And looking back at some of those pictures, I was like, oh, girl, that foundation don't even match. What are you doing? But because of just that, and, you know, just having acne on my body, I didn't want to go to prom. And like, I think I shared with you, somebody had asked me to prom, and I was like, absolutely not. No, I don't want to go. I'm not going. And I probably killed his feelings. I probably really crushed his little spirit in that moment. But it was because of how I felt about myself, and I didn't feel beautiful, and I didn't feel worthy or deserving of love. And that was just such a negative construct to have. And it was the only person that really felt like that was me. The only person that viewed myself like that was me, because there was all these people around me that love me, and there's all my family, my friends that cherish me and value me and appreciate me for just being me. And they don't need the aesthetics, and they don't care about the outward appearance. And I can't just let that dictate my life. So I skipped prom. I had, like you said, I had 3 jobs. I worked at Lifetime Fitness. I worked at TGI Fridays. And I worked at Lucky Brand Jeans. I was a personal stylist, a hostess, and a front desk supervisor. And like all during high school, like I was going for my IB diploma, and anybody who is, you know, went through that same thing just knows how hard, like it's ridiculously hard. It was me and my team of girls. There was no boys in IB. Obviously the men just were not fit for it. They couldn't handle it. But it was like my mini tribe, and we stuck together through all this, and they ended up writing one of my classmates ended up writing a paper about me, or a story in the paper about me, about how much I worked. And I was convincing myself that I was working for my family. I was working to help out my mom with bills and stuff like that. But I was really using it as an avoidance technique to, you know, keep myself away from all the things that used to make me happy. I quit cheer. I quit track. Like, I quit so many different things, all the stuff that I love, because I was insecure about myself and moving forward. And I realized that you're tripping. Mm-hmm. But it took you to help me realize, like, girl, you're tripping.
Well, do you think too, in some ways, certain things that like I know you for were part of your defense mechanism in some ways, and also your own way to boost yourself up and protect yourself in a way, because you're so funny. I know you're hilarious. Like, you love comedy, you love humor. But since you were picked on before, do you think you lean towards humor in some ways to kind of protect yourself, like, and laugh first or create a joke so people wouldn't laugh at you?
Yeah, because it's hard for people to laugh at you when they're laughing with you. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people, Kevin Hart, most of the major comedians, you know, they've been picked on, they've been bullied, and the best way to outsmart the bully is to have faster comebacks.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can tell me about acne. There's nothing that you can tell me about my size, being small, being little, that I haven't already heard before. So now I got the lightning reflexes with the comebacks. But what has more so helped than anything, and like you said, like a lot of defense mechanism, I use humor to cover up how I really feel. And if you've ever worked in any restaurant and you visit the back of the house, there is absolutely no room for your feelings. There's none. Okay. My big brother, Jock, I don't know if he's watching this today, but Jock made fun of me every single day. But it's because he loves me. It's because he loves me. If he's not talking about you, or he's not picking on you, he don't like you, and you're not gonna get your food. Okay, you know, your dishes aren't getting ran through, your silverware will just be sitting in the back. Yep. So for me, when I was put into an environment like that, it started really testing me and to see how strong I really was, because there's no way I'm one of the only females back here in this kitchen and you guys are going to make me feel small. So I got the comebacks. And every day it challenged me to be better and to be more comfortable. And he used to clown me about my eyebrows. He used to be like, girl, hey, if you get a little too hot, you might wipe one of them eyebrows off, quit playing. And so I was like, you know what? I don't need it. I took it all off. I asked for about 2 months.
Yep, you did.
For 2 months, I didn't wear any makeup at all. I didn't wear any makeup. And the level that first you get is like, oh, what's wrong? Are you tired? Like that's everybody's first response. But when you do it consistently, it's like, oh no, it's like, I'm not tired. I'm not anything. I'm not drained. I'm not exhausted. I'm me. This is me. This is who I am. And after a while, like, I started coming to work without makeup more and more and more. And then people were like, oh, we missed the eye looks. We missed your eyeshadows and stuff. But what little do you know, like, this is how I feel most comfortable. This is where I feel most beautiful, is in my natural skin. And who, like, with acne and all, and like, who would have thought, who would have imagined that that's how I would feel after this?
We had that live event. Remember when I had all you girls over and you came barefaced and you're like, I've never been able to do this. And I was like, yes.
Yes.
Something else I think that I would love for you to talk about, because I don't think that this is talked about as much, and I think it's going to fire you up a little bit. Most people don't realize how often naturally petite women get picked on too. People always just assume it's people with overweight bodies, with obese. People just assume that people of larger stature are the only ones that get picked on. And I've had dozens of friends that have petite builds that will vouch and say, like, I got picked on for this, and this. So,
bird chest, first thing that come to mind. It used to always be like, girl, you ain't got no chest. Like, you just like a little bird. Like, do you eat? Like, I eat more than all of y'all. Like, I mean, honestly, anybody that knows me can attest to that. Like, I can eat for days. I'm thinking about food right now. Eating is not the problem. It's the metabolism. So if we want to be scientific about it, my metabolism works a little bit faster than most. And so I have to be conscientious of that. And so I have to eat more. I have to put more into my body. When you're so small, you know, people just, you get picked on for no reason. I feel like at this point, like, you know, people are always talking about your size, and then you're looking and you're on Instagram, and the bodies that we're going after now, like the Kylie Jenners, the Meg Thee Stallions, the Cardi B's of the world, it's like, there are bodies like, yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of, you know, she got it going on, but I got it going on, and there's no need for comparison. You don't compete where you don't compare. Okay, like there's so many, you know, like there's so many things that I have going for myself that I can't say about these same celebrities. I can't look at them and want that lifestyle when, if I'm not happy with like like you just can't be happy if you don't just love yourself. And I feel like petite women in general, we get being short. All my friends are taller than me. I don't have not one friend that's shorter than me. Every single last one of my friends is taller than me. And even just when we're in social settings, like it's never awkward. It's never weird. I mean, sometimes I'm like, okay, I might need to wear some heels because I'm going out with two tall giants tonight. Like, I want to make sure we're on the same level. But I mean, when I just used to think that it was just such a big deal that I wasn't thick, that I didn't have no body or whatever. But the men still come. Okay, they're still in the DMs. They still slide. So,
well, that's the thing. I think that. I mean, you've heard a lot of my own journey personally with body stuff. Everybody suffers with body stuff in some form or fashion at some point in their life. Some have it worse than others. Some don't have to deal with it as much. But even the people that we look up to and we're like, man, goals, whatever, if they haven't worked on their inside, they're still suffering. Like, it's still going to be there. It's still, I can look at people and you know, people on Instagram, Facebook, and I'm like, ooh, they need Bulletproof. Like, you know that they're putting stuff out there too much, and it's trying to be a little thirsty. It's trying to be showy. They need that validation from other people, or inside of relationships where it's these constant feedings of compliments from their significant other. When yes, you need that too. They should not be doing that, but you need to make sure you're your own cheerleader too.
Exactly.
So I think that that's one of the things that you know, you're learning too with business, that sometimes the people that you think are going to be in your corner aren't always in your corner, or they're not the ones that are cheering as loudly until you get to a certain level. And so I think part of becoming bulletproof too is learning to be your own cheerleader. No matter if you've got a bunch of people around you or if it's just you, like, you don't need them to validate who you are. And you don't need to compare your journey to them if they're just the fans watching you as a performer.
Period, sis. Period. Okay. I love that you said that. I just feel like it's such a big part of society now, especially with social media. A lot of us are looking and we're comparing ourselves to what we see. But I mean, newsflash, nobody posts their failures. Nobody posts when they're doing bad. Nobody posts when they need help with the rent. Nobody posts about when, you know, they're going through health issues or anorexia, bulimia, whatever. Like nobody talks about that because it's not cute. It's not becoming, and you feel shameful. And not all battles are meant to be posted online.
Nope.
Key. Some things are meant to be handled in silence. Key. Okay. And just moving forward, I feel as if, like, with business, I've learned so much with starting my business and becoming my own boss. And, you know, it's been such a journey, like, to understand that, you know, you might not have help and everybody's going to be looking at you like you're crazy. Like, what are you doing? Like, you had this good job. You just about to go off the deep end and just jump into it. But when it's something that you love, something that you're passionate about, you'll be able to do that. And then more importantly, when you love yourself, you'll find the strength to muscle out of anything that you come into, any situation that's put in front of you. you'll be able to handle it because you believe in yourself, you believe in your own strength and your own determination. So,
well, you know what? Like something Mikaela has become, she's always had it in her. Clearly, she's a worker. Clearly, she knows how to get things done. But she's become this entrepreneur in recent years, in the recent, past 2-ish years. And it's just becoming more and more and more similar to the whole Bulletproof journey. You become more and more and more of yourself, and that floods out to your passion towards work, towards everything. However, if you don't tackle the inside stuff, you're going to be distracted by yourself. You're going to be distracted by the way that you look, the acne on your face, the way that this guy perceives you, the way that she perceives you with business or comparing, all these things. So until you learn to put boundaries and accept who you are and to work with what your mama gave you, you're going to get in your own way. And that's one of the big things is learning how to get out of your own way so you can do your thing. And that's exactly what you're doing. And it's so fun to watch you and to listen to your journey. And I was looking back yesterday as I was trying to put little things for testimonials together. And I remember when you sent me a screenshot of you buying your car and you were sitting on your car and you're like, la, 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 you're like so happy. And I mean, those are the things that we should be spending our time, our energy, and our focus on is getting forward. I don't mean materialistic things all. That's not what I mean. But instead of nitpicking ourselves to death. And I feel like part of your journey, when I asked you what the 3 things that you learned from Bulletproof were, you said growth, you said confidence, and you said freedom. And I was like, yes, those are what, because to me, for me personally, one of my highest values over anything is freedom. And this might be something for you to think about even more to yourself. But when I have freedom, for that to me, that means a lot. It means peace of mind. It means freedom to be who I am. It means freedom with my time. It means freedom to love who I want. Like all these different things, you can move forward. But if I don't have that, especially my peace of mind in form of freedom, life isn't going to be as rich. Life isn't going to be as fulfilling because I'm going to be stuck in my own way. So the fact that you said freedom, I was like, yes.
Yes. No, and by freedom, like everything that you explained is just like financial freedom, a relationship freedom, like freedom to love wholeheartedly, freedom to love without restraints and boundaries. And, you get so caught up. We don't even, what I'm saying? That's a different course that you teach about the relationships, and I'm still taking it. So we just gonna
I'll be bringing you on for this, and you'll have Derek and me together.
Woo, we go, what I'm saying? Like, we got to get into the relationship later and stuff, y'all, because y'all not ready for that, okay? You got to work on you, and then
And as a side note, we do teach, Derek and I, who's not on this video right now, we do teach a relationship course, but the bulletproof you comes first, because you got to have a bulletproof bond with yourself. You got to be your own best friend first. Then we work on that.
You got to love yourself. And the best thing she ever taught me was my love languages. And once I figured them out, I see them everywhere. So if y'all haven't watched the book, Gary Chapman, right? 5 love languages. Okay, I got 2. I tested I highly scored in 2 categories. And it was words of affirmation and receiving gifts. Mm-hmm. And once you figure that out, and I think why we even looked at it in Bulletproof You is because you have to understand the way in which you receive love. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's not in the best forms. And, like I love my love language, gifts, receiving gifts. And that stems more so from family just giving me gifts. And that was the way that they expressed their love. So then when I'm seeking that in a romantic partner, just because he buys you things doesn't mean that he loves you. It doesn't mean that he really cares about you. He might care about you and LaQuanda and Tisha and Alexis and Brittany. He cares about all y'all. But, when you get that freedom from Bulletproof You, you'll be able to, I can buy my own gift. I can buy my own damn present. I don't need you. Birkin who? Baby, I could buy 2 of them. Like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to rely on anybody else. And then when you are willing and learning to love yourself, you know, the way that you even emulate love towards other people, the way that you treat other people, you know, because we just talked about how we could be real petty in some situations for some people that have done there. We could be real petty, but you know, because I'm certified crazy, okay, and like we can go. My mama got me tested, 100% crazy, okay. And so my man's, I don't know who he is yet, okay? But my man's he's gonna deal with my crazy. He's gonna be ready. He won't even have to see the crazy come out because he's not gonna act up. You gotta catch that.
And he's not gonna hold you back.
And he's not gonna hold me back and won't be intimidated by my success, because all in all, like I feel that everything that I've went through, all the things that I've gone through have just been preparing me to really be my own boss and be this entrepreneur that I am today. And I would have never, I keep saying that, but I honestly would have never been able to do that if I did not recognize my own self-sabotaging behaviors, if I didn't correct them and, you know, start living in my truth. And you actually, it's one thing to just say it and do it. Y'all will go through the course and you're online and you're click through everything, you're reading it. But you got to take that in, and you actually got to practice it and work on it. Like one of the exercises was to take sticky notes and write affirmations about yourself and say them out loud in the mirror. I was like, this is stupid. Like, like I'm not wide. I'm just looking at myself, no makeup. I just woke up. It's 8 a.m. Lash hanging off from the night before, crazy night, and I'm like, you are beautiful. And then I'm just like, are you beautiful? But you keep saying it. And by the time I got to maybe week 3, I was like, oh, I'm the shit. Like, I'm gorgeous. I'm beautiful. I'm bad, bold, brilliant, you know, all that. I'm a bulletproof queen. So.
Well, and you might recognize this too now, that it is an ongoing journey. There's going to still be times, this is not a magic elixir that makes everything go away. When it's about time to be your cycle, I don't know if you have that little bit that comes in your head, or when you're going through something tough, or when you're about to embrace on something big, I don't know if that inner critic comes out at all to you and you'd be like, no, not today. Like, we don't have time for this today. Get it out really quickly and then we're moving through. But had you not recognized the times, the triggers, all those things, you would have let that ruin the experience you're about to have, whether it was with something else, maybe it's something you were putting on for an event, maybe it was just an outfit you were going to wear. You would have let the inner critic ruin your evening. So I think that recognizing and putting boundaries on how much you're going to let the inner critic talk is something big that you learn within it too.
Absolutely. Like, you can't let something just, you know, especially for women going through the cycle, because I told you I was certified crazy. Now I go through the emotional roller coaster on my cycle. Like, everything makes me cry. I was in Walmart and a little boy dropped his, I think he dropped, I feel like it was like not a snow cone, maybe an ice cream cone, dropped it, instantly in tears. I was like, oh my gosh, like, what is he gonna do? He don't got no ice cream. Like, I'm hurt. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, that's that crazy. Mm-hmm. Or you're looking in the mirror and you're just like, I feel a little fat today. But it's like, girl, weren't you just complaining about being skinny? And like, you better keep this bloated weight. You better keep that on. You better step on the scale and look at it and say, yes, that's exactly that's my goal weight. We stay bloated. Like, mm-hmm. So I think when you're your own harshest critic, and like, I think that you yourself are what's going to hold you back. And I've learned that, and I've learned to filter that. And I still have times where it's hard and I feel like quitting and I want to give up. And because starting a business is, I don't know whoever said that it was supposed to be easy. It's like the hardest thing that I've ever had to do. I work more doing my own business than I do when I had a job and was scheduled working 40 hours. Like, it's literally insane. It's like you're never off the clock because your thoughts and your imagination and ideas always keep coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't allow just one day to throw me off my game. I can't allow, you are allowed to be sad. And I think that's the thing that you also teach a lot too, is that you are allowed to be upset and you're allowed to feel hurt. And those emotions are what makes us human, and that's what makes us who we are. So if you're going through a breakup, you're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to feel all of that. Mm-hmm. But for 24 hours, mm-hmm. because tomorrow's a new day. And tomorrow you get the opportunity to wake up and be new and mm-hmm. to step into yourself. And it's not, by no means, it's not easy. But once you're aware, mm-hmm. I think self-actualization, like once you are aware of those things and how it's holding you back, like you'll be able to power through the day. And, you know, like Abby Lee Miller from Dance Moms always says, save the tears for your pillow. Because nobody is out here is going to ever see me break down again. Nobody will ever see me cry. You guys aren't going to see me, like, you know, go through it, because I handle that in silence. I handle that at home. I handle that within myself. And then I go up and I show up, you know, I show up like a baddie, like mm-hmm. the boss that I am. So it's hard, yes, but once you figure out all your self-sabotaging behaviors, you'll be able to power through it. You'll be all right.
Yep. You figure out how to stay out of your own way, or at least get out of your own way for that moment, and then figure it out when you're home. Okay, so a couple of last things. So what's it mean to you to be bulletproof? I mean, you kind of said it, but what are your words? What are your...
To be bulletproof, if you think about, like, so my mom has been an officer, and I don't know how that might make y'all feel, but she about to retire, so don't throw her no shade, okay? But and they always in the cars and things, they have bulletproof glass, and it started to really resonate with me when why Meg actually even picked the name Bulletproof. And it means that nothing that comes your way, or anything that comes your way, is going to deflect right back off you. Everything that you deal with, all your challenges are going to make you stronger. All of those mm-hmm. things, you'll be able to handle anything that's thrown at you with grace, confidence, and style. Okay, like to be bulletproof for me, I think it's just changed the way my perception is. I don't let people's opinions bother me. My other people's opinions will not pay your bills, sis.
Ooh, period.
Other people's opinions will not pay your bills. So if you get caught up on worrying about what the world thinks about you, and what your ex-boyfriend is over here with his new girlfriend thinking about you, or, you know, old employers, or what they think about you, you will not get anywhere. Mm-hmm. And when you're truly bulletproof, those things that used to bother you and used to affect you no longer have any reins, and they don't have any control on your life anymore. And you can literally deflect everything that's coming at you. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to bite. It's whatever they're throwing at you is going to come right back at them, and you didn't even have to do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Love it. Love it. Okay. So 2 last things. Who's bulletproof for? Like, think about the women that it's for. And then you can lead off with, or end off with, whatever advice, any Mikaela-isms, any tea that you'd like.
We got tea. Bulletproof is for really anybody. And is it just for women? Am I right?
I work with men too, who do a little different though, but primarily for women.
Okay, so it's mainly for any woman or man, you know, you guys see her about that later. But any woman who does not feel, and when I say this, just please don't take it the wrong way, but if you honestly don't love yourself, and that might be really hard for you to actually understand that you're not loving yourself, but when you look at the definition of what love is, it's being kind to yourself. It's not criticizing yourself. It's uplifting yourself. It's pouring into yourself. It's taking care of your spirit, your mind, your body, okay? If any if all three don't agree, there's a disconnect between you and me. Okay. So like if your spirit, your mind, and your body are not all together, the way that you present yourself to the world is going to come out so much different, and you're not going to be able to really shine through. So I think that anybody who wants to get out of their own way, anybody who's tired of literally just being tired, you tired of waking up in the morning, you got to go to this job, and you're like, oh, I don't feel like going, I don't want to go in today, like, call me off. Like, I used to be mine. I used to wake up every morning, I used to be like, oh, Cheryl, call me off, you know, please, 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 I don't want to go in today. Like, but at the end, once you're able to, you know, break through that, like, everything's gonna work out for you. Everything is in whomever you believe's in timing. Everything's in your own timing, you know, and the universe has so much to offer you. So if you feel like, you know, you don't love the way that you look, if you feel like you don't love the way that your job is going, if you don't love what you're getting out of relationships, if you feel like, you know, you repeatedly, you're getting cheated on, you're all these things, then you got to step back and you got to readdress what's going on. And that might be, you might be the one standing inside of your own way and you don't even realize it. So I feel like really everybody got a little self-saboteur inside of them. So there's really, who is this course for? It's for anybody, everybody. Because we all have that little devil sitting on the side of your shoulder telling you that you aren't good enough and you aren't meant to be great and you aren't beautiful. But those are lies. Those are lies.
And Mikaela, you took it, weren't you 20? 19?
Yeah.
Right when you took it?
20. I had just turned 20 when I was taking it. I couldn't even drink yet. Y'all, I couldn't even drink yet. I was so mad. Like, but we had a little toast at the end of our little celebration. I was 21 by then, so it was cool. Yeah. But I was 20. I'm 23 years old now, and to see my growth from when I was 19, 20 to now, it's impeccable. It's astounding. I'm still learning every day. Mm-hmm. But some tips and advice that I want y'all to walk away with, some Mikaela-isms. Sis, get you a man that actually loves you for you, okay? Don't settle. You don't gotta settle for nobody. Settling is your own worst enemy, because why would you be with ground beef when you could be with prime rib? Like, just think about it. Like, you're worth so much more. And then the more that you start to develop that and realize how beautiful you are, how strong you are, how intelligent you are, I'm trying to look, listen, I said this the other day, I'm already planning on buying my own engagement ring. It sounds nuts. It sounds absolutely crazy. But one, I know exactly the ring that I want. It's a diamond. It's literally a princess cut. It's got 2 bands around the ends, but we're not even gonna get into it because I don't want y'all stealing my stuff. But I'm buying my own ring, and it's just to remind myself that I am my first love. I am my own supporter. I'm my cheerleader. When nobody's got me, I got me. Mm-hmm. And so if y'all just need to bottle that up, take all that little confidence juice, sip on it every day, take a shot with it if you need to, but you literally just have to learn how to love yourself. And then once you do, y'all gonna be so free. You're gonna be so free. It's just gonna be so opening for you. So 3 takeaways. Don't settle for no man, honey, because he ain't worth it. Okay? If you're not getting what you want out of it, leave. ASAP. Run. Okay? If you at work and you see this man out on Snapchat with somebody else while you're on your shift, that's tea. Leave. Okay. If you wake up and something is telling you that, like, oh gosh, I don't want to start this day, I hate the way that I look, well, all you got to do is real simple. You lay back, you go back to sleep, and you wake up and you try that shit again, because there is no way that you're going to start your day off negatively. You're going to start it off bad. Mm-hmm. You have to, when you wake up and you're actually bulletproof and you're defeated your self-sabotage, every day is a new day for new opportunities. It's a new day to love yourself, and it's a new day to find and pour into other people and show love as God wants us to do for all of his children. So that's all I got. I wish I had some more for y'all. Usually, like, I have some comebacks, but we're not live right now, so y'all ain't giving me no comments. But if you want to know more about myself, Meg, can I tell them what's going on?
Go for it. Go for it. Tell them what's your event's coming up.
Yes. So in October, it's gonna be the second Sunday in October. Date to be determined, but I'm almost positive that's what it's gonna be. Y'all, I am not even ready for this. I'm so giddy. I am hosting my very first Millennial Women's Entrepreneur Conference. Yeah, like what? Like I'm hosting a conference. Yes, I'm hosting a conference with the lovely help of my aunt, the Linda Clemens. Y'all can look her up, lindaclemens.com or lindareadspeople@gmail.com. Okay, look, find her on LinkedIn. She's the bomb.com. Period. And also with my co-host Christy Herndon, Christy Hess now. And we will just be teaching you guys how to be bosses, how to level up. Meg will be speaking so you guys can hear her. She'll be talking about how to basically get out of your own way and how to deal with personal and life challenges while going through business, because they come up all the time. And all the people that are out here trying to be entrepreneurs, it looks cute, it looks fun. You see Meg on her little live videos, but what you don't see is the hours that she spent planning, the time that she has to schedule everything, even just the platform. You know how many times I've heard Meg say the word Kajabi, like over and over and over again, like things like that. Y'all have no idea about, but the experience in which she's bringing to you is her heart, sweat, and tears. And I hope to convey the same thing on October 11th. So ticket sales are going to start at the end of this month. So, but if you want to, you can follow me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, Mikaela ALG, or you can just ask Meg for my number. Yeah. Like, it's really okay. But I'm so excited and I'm so happy, Meg, that you let me do this today. Like I got to really talk about it. I really got to get some stuff off my chest. I feel good.
Well, Mikaela, I love you so much. I know we tried to go live on Facebook 3 times.
We tried,
but
not today.
This is beautiful today, and I am so proud of you. Anytime I see you growing, and even the times where you feel like you backslide, you know that you're going to get propelled forward, because I know you, and I know you take from it, even if it might hurt, even if you might need to sulk in it for a little bit. That's natural. It's better than, like we said, going the cray and going off the deep end and all that kind of stuff. As far as
we slashed through that tires. We're prepared.
No slashing tires or anything.
We're not doing that.
See that and see the growth and see the clarity and see what you're doing. It makes me so happy. I just love you.
Hey.
So, well, thanks so much for being on here. Again, this is one of my Bulletproof queens, part of the Bulletproof Queendom. So you will see much more of her in the future.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.